The Russia-Ukraine ceasefire talks in London are downgraded as the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff pulled out. Now, President Trump's Ukraine envoy, General Keith Kellogg, is attending and is meeting officials from the UK, France, Germany and Ukraine. The British Foreign Minister, David Lammy, has met Ukraine's Foreign Minister as well. And Rubio spoke to Lammy on Tuesday evening, saying he hoped for a substantive and good technical meetings. But by pulling out, it is a diplomatic snub, and Lammy acknowledges that this is a critical moment for Ukraine, Britain and Euro-Atlantic security, he says, especially as the White House has confirmed that Steve Witkoff is travelling for his fourth face-to-face meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. It confirms the direct dialogue now between American and Russian officials and the discussions to agree on a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia, but without European leaders and without President Zelensky of Ukraine being involved in those talks. And this follows a report in the Financial Times newspaper that Russia might stop its attacks and give up some territorial ambitions inside Ukraine if the US government recognises that the Crimean Peninsula is a part of Russia. Now, Zelensky has rejected that continually, saying that Russia's control on the Crimea, and if it happens, it would violate Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Europe's officials see it as a false concession. Putin does not control the Ukrainian land he says he'd give up. And secondly, the Europeans fear that Trump's desire to agree a quick peace deal would force this arrangement on Kyiv and potentially agree to other Moscow demands too. One European diplomat is quoted as saying, "You don't give up something you don't have, and this is just to trick the Americans into doing a deal." There isn't much international trust at the moment, especially as European leaders and Ukraine's government are excluded from these peace negotiations.